to do is play with our hearts, play with some emotion. But we'll come out on top. We got to kick some ass today. We got to lay it on line, only nothing on the field. Kick your ass on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
The 1998 season was one of many milestones for the Tennessee Oilers. A season in which they achieved a 7-1 division record, a new club best. This year, the Oilers were also welcomed into a new home in Nashville. Over the past few years, the Oilers have traversed a rocky road, but they have persevered through the challenges. Drawing the league's toughest road schedule in 1998, these fearsome fighters still won 5 games away from home, a testament to their tenacity and toughness. That drive has been a part of the Oiler franchise since the very beginning. The Oilers have a rich history, spanning 4 decades, filled with many famous players and memorable moments. The connections to past and present remain strong. And these links will guide the team into the next century.
There's a draw and a handoff. Eddie George, he missed the hole the first time. Now he breaks it outside. He may go. He's going to score. The 10, the 5. Touchdown, Eddie George.
With the dawn of the Tennessee era, an NFL franchise name will be retired for the first time in league history.
Strength, leadership, and other heroic qualities. Titans is the name.
This historic franchise has grown accustomed to being road warriors because of their seemingly ever-changing home field. But in 1999, they will have a new permanent home, their 4th and final venue in as many years. The club now looks toward an electrifying new age in Tennessee. New uniforms complete the transition and make a bold fashion statement that the team hopes to mimic on the field. These Titans have a proud past upon which they hope to build a fiery future. Tennessee started the season rocking with a win over division rival Cincinnati. Quarterback Steve McNair kicked off a strong second season as a full-time starter, leading the Oilers on a scoring drive.
Back to throw. McNair throws, and it's a touchdown in the right corner to Willie Davis.
But a second quarter injury sidelined McNair for the rest of the game. Experienced veteran Dave Craig came in to complete the team's 23-14 season opening win.
Again, Eddie George sidestep and pulls his way into the end zone for the touchdown. That's the most he's played in 2 years.
Just hit them in the first quarter. And then we go out and make plays in the second quarter, all right? DB's on 3, 2 ons and the slide out. 1, 2, 3, DB's! Let's go, baby.
After a 3-game slide, the Oilers showcased some new moves when they traveled to Baltimore to battle an aggressive Raven defense. But Tennessee's offense was unstoppable as Eddie George racked up 121 yards. Steve McNair demonstrated his fleet feet as he avoided the rush to find his own path to the end zone, recording his first of 4 rushing touchdowns on the year.
Touchdown! Oh, it's going to hold up. A 40-yard run by McNair, and the Oilers have taken the lead.
Raise it up, one more notch.
The defense responded to Eddie Robinson's call to action, holding Baltimore without a touchdown in the game. The smackdown came courtesy of number 50, Terry Killens, who rushed in to block Kyle Richardson's punt. And Defensive Player of the Week, Blaine Bishop, sealed the victory with an interception on the final play of the game.
Wow, what a way to end a crazy ball game.
Guys, when you guys got to win ball games, you got to win them as a team. Sometimes you don't click in all phases, but today the defense stepped up and played one hell of a game. I'm going to tell you one thing now. Prior to that last drive, they did not convert a third down. And we talked about doing some things on third down. You guys rose to the occasion. You got it done.
Who can hit the hardest in the group? Who's going to make every freaking play count? Who's going to make it happen? Who's going to take over the leadership?
Joe Bowden was one Oiler who responded to the call for leadership. In his first year starting at middle linebacker, he led the team with 145 tackles. Blaine Bishop joined him with a career-high 116 tackles, including 3 sacks. Interception specialist Darrell Lewis led the team in picks for the 5th consecutive season.
And it is picked off! It's picked off! It's picked off by the Oilers!
Veterans like number 24 Steve Jackson, number 99 Kenny Holmes, number 55 Eddie Robinson, and number 51 Lonnie Martz helped strengthen the Oilers' defensive unit.
Intercepted by Martz. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Lonnie Martz!
Number 35, Perry Phoenix, was one of 4 defensive rookies who played well beyond their years. Cornerback Samari Roll finished 3rd on the team with 7 passes defended. Danon Sidney, number 37, and Joe Salavea, number 95, completed the promising rookie core. Special plays were created by special teamers. Number 50, Terry Killens, and number 59, Dennis Stallings. The Oilers took flight in Nashville against the Cincinnati Bengals in Week 7. But there was an unexpected new pilot.
Quick pitch. Archie wants to throw. Halfback option. Throws into the end zone. Touchdown, Oilers! Archie on a halfback option.
Mike Archie also contributed 2 long punt returns, earning him AFC Special Teams Player of the Week honors. The Oilers made big plays all day, easily finding their way into the end zone.
And dances into the end zone, just getting inside the pylon. Play action. The ball is not loose. It's picked up by the Oilers. And it's juggled and picked up. It's going to be a touchdown for Bowden.
2 Oilers got their first NFL starts. Isaac Bird, number 83, had a game-high 5 receptions, and Kevin Dyson, number 87, scored his first NFL touchdown. Tennessee swept Cincinnati with a season-high 44 points, bringing their record to 500. Steve McNair continued to put a new spin on the quarterback position in '98.
Takes a pitch. Eludes the rush. He's going to go in for the touchdown.
He was adept at eluding the rush all season. The amazingly agile quarterback runs around and through opposing defenses, easily navigating his way through a complex maze. McNair became the youngest quarterback to surpass the 3,000-yard passing mark for a season. He also recorded career highs in attempts, completions, yards, and passing touchdowns. One of McNair's favorite weapons is Eddie George. George's powerful legs and disciplined work ethic have made him one of the league's premier running backs, and McNair's first choice in times of trouble. The 1995 Heisman Trophy winner reached his 3rd consecutive 1,200-yard season and his 2nd consecutive Pro Bowl appearance.
There's a screen. Eddie George has got a couple of blockers to the 15 to the 10. He hurdles and goes down. He gets the touchdown. At the 50, Eddie George straight arm to tackle. He may go. He's going to score. The 10, the 5. Touchdown, Eddie George. When he gets going, you know exactly what he can do. He's so big and strong, you're not going to get him with the first lick in the open field.
In Week 9, the Oilers were looking for their first win at Three Rivers Stadium since 1993. In the 41-31 win, Steve McNair engineered an aerial attack that produced 3 touchdowns.
Touchdown! Touchdown, Willie Davis and the Tennessee Oilers!
Frank Wycheck's bulldozing push for extra yards gave the team added confidence and set up his own 2-yard touchdown reception. Kevin Dyson snatched the second touchdown pass of his career as the Oilers posted their highest point total ever against the Steelers. Eddie George's remarkable Campbell-esque touchdown run clinched the win for Tennessee.
He missed the hole the first time, now he breaks it outside, he may go, he's going to score, the 10, the 5, touchdown Eddie George!
Pro Bowl tight end Frank Wycheck has led the Oilers in receptions for the last 3 seasons. Over his career, Wycheck has caught more passes than any other tight end in team history. His 70 grabs were also best among all NFL tight ends in 1998. With his power and sure hands, Wycheck will be a vital element in the Titans' attack in 1999.
Steps up, fires into the end zone, and a touchdown! Wycheck with a sensational leaping catch in the end zone and a post!
Stop beat us here!
Tennessee looked to rub salt into division rival Pittsburgh's wounds at Vanderbilt Stadium. Solid defense held Steeler running back Jerome Bettis to a mere 29 yards rushing. The aggressive defense also showed their playmaking potential. But it was the offense that put the team in position to put the game away. Frank Wycheck's awesome open field run set up Al Del Greco for the game winner.
The throw is up, and it's good! It's good!
A nationally televised Sunday night showdown in Tampa Bay proved as tough as it was thrilling for the Oilers.
He's in there, he's to the 5, he goes in! He ran right up the middle and nobody laid a hand on him!
Up by only 1 point, punter Craig Hentrick boomed a 50-yarder that was down by Anthony Dorsett at the 1-yard line. Dorsett's heady play helped put Hentrick's net average at 50.7 for the game and set up an interception on the very next play.
Intercepted, and it's a touchdown! Joe Bowden, his second touchdown in 2 games!
Eddie George pounded his way to his 5th straight 100-yard-plus effort.
Eddie George started to run up the middle, made a stutter step move and a little break to the left-hand side, and rambles 14 yards into the end zone.
And Steve McNair finished the job with one of the most spectacular plays of the season.
To the 40, the 45, the 50, the 45, he may go! Oh my goodness, they blitzed, and he broke away from a tackler who was all over it. 71 yards for the clincher in the air. Just went out of this announcer and the Ray Jays.
Tennesseans weren't clowning around when Baltimore came to town. They wanted to win and knew that power defense would be the key to victory. The Oilers answered with 6 sacks of Raven quarterback Jim Harbaugh, plus 1 amazing interception.
One of the Oilers had it, came down, lost it, bounced in the air, and it was picked off by Steve Jackson on the deflection. That's great concentration and great hustle.
Eddie George added 6 points as Tennessee swept its 3rd AFC Central Division opponent in 1998. The Jaguars had champagne chilling in their locker room to celebrate their first ever Central Division title. But they never had the chance that afternoon to pop the corks, as the Oilers' defense popped Jacksonville with their first home loss of the year.
You gotta execute. You gotta emphasize that it's imperative that we execute.
Execution seemed easy for Steve McNair, who threw a touchdown pass to Jackie Harris. Another pass to Yancey Thigpen drove the Oilers downfield, clearing the way for Aldel Greco's second game-winning field goal of the season.
Let's go, Al. You on the money, baby.
Here we go. 41-yard try for the win. The snap by Matthews. The placement. The kick is on the way. And it is good. He made it. He made it. A 41-yard by Del Greco with 4 seconds left to go. And the Oilers have taken a 16-13 lead.
15-year veteran Aldel Greco extended 3 of his 13 club records in 1998 while remaining perfect on field goals inside the 40-yard line.
Placement and the boot. It's long enough. It's good, and he made it easily.
Valuable free agent acquisition, Craig Hendrick proved to be one of the most versatile and athletic players on the team. He topped the AFC with 29 touchbacks and led the league in gross and net yardage en route to his first ever Pro Bowl selection. Hendrick also provided comic relief when he kicked off the NFL's wackiest touchdown of the year.
He wants to lateral it back to Mitch Lyons, a tight end. Now to McCaffrey. He's all the way back to the 15 to the 14. Dorsett has a hold of him. They start going back near their own goal line, and they fumble it into the end zone. And the Oilers may have a touchdown here. The Oilers may have a touchdown. They do. I've never seen a play like that in my life. What a bizarre ending to a great football game.
Football's reigning Iron Man, Bruce Matthews, finished his 16th season with the Oilers, capped by his 11th Pro Bowl appearance.
And who's taking over on the inside but Bruce Matthews, 37 years old, a 16-year veteran. He's squishing people in there.
During his tenure, Matthews has played in more games than any other Oiler in history and at every position on the offensive line. Last year, Matthews tied Elvin Bethea for the most seasons played with the club. The Big E was a potent force in Houston's defense for 16 years. Bethea is a powerful symbol of a proud Oiler past. The Houston Oilers' storied tradition began in 1960 as an American Football League powerhouse. They were the dominant team in the early 60s, winning back-to-back championships in 1960 and 61. The team won 4 AFL Eastern Division championships and made 15 total playoff appearances. 49 Oilers have been selected to the Pro Bowl, and 4 have been elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Many well-known players have been part of this celebrated franchise, but the name synonymous with Oiler football is that of the Tyler Rose, Earl Campbell. Campbell rushed for a league-leading 1,450 yards his rookie season in 1979 and followed that with 1,934 yards in 1980.
Pitchback goes to Earl Campbell. Breaks the tackle at the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. At the 50, he may go.
Campbell's era began a love affair between Houston and their Oilers. The town was filled with love ya blue fever, and that esteem has continued throughout the years. The players may have changed, but the affection felt for the Oilers has never and will never die.
Come all the way from Houston. I can't stay without my Oilers. I come every chance I get. Till I die, I'm going to be an Oiler fan. Even when they change the name, as long as I know the players, they're the greatest guys in the world.
Any true fan of the NFL will always hold a special place in their heart for the Oilers. That warmth has followed the Oilers into their new home in Tennessee. The state now looks forward to a fiery future with the Titans. Immediate excitement filled the state when the Oilers initially moved to Tennessee. But they were even more excited when the club officially became the Tennessee Titans.
out the press. Tennessee Titans, new logo.
In Greek mythology, Titans were men of strength and power. The Titan Prometheus brought fire to mankind, and the Titans of today hope to bring fire to the Mid-South beginning in the '99 season.
You get the kind of a TT effect, Tennessee Titans representing the whole state, and it means so much to me as far as the city of Nashville, because Nashville is the Athens of the South.
And, it'll be ours. I mean, the people in Tennessee and in Nashville wanted something that we can call ours, and that is ours.
The people in Nashville will also have a brand new stadium in September that sits along the east bank of the Cumberland River overlooking downtown Nashville. The 67,000-seat facility will be completed in time for the new season. On and off the field, the Titans have made their mark in Nashville by contributing to the community.
This is what I've been working on the off-season for, to help. I'm excited.
The Titans pulled out the chainsaws to help tornado victims. Owner Bud Adams and NFL charities contributed $200,000 for disaster relief. Coach Fisher and his players have lent their time to various charities.
The organization is aware of the needs of the community on a local level as well as a national level, and we'll continue to contribute our time.
The community responded when a large crowd gathered outside of the new stadium to see the squad's stylish uniforms. The uniforms feature the team's secondary logo on the sleeve. Together with a variety of colors, it is an innovative new look for the NFL.
It's real exciting. I think it's very appropriate, and it's nice that finally everything is over now. We've got the name, the logo, and everything, an awful lot to look forward to for next year.
The first ever drafted Titan is Florida defensive end Javon Curse. Tennessee also picked up defensive free agents Mike Jones from the St. Louis Rams and Jason Fisk from the Minnesota Vikings. Fullback Lorenzo Neal will beef up the backfield, clearing the way for Eddie George. With promising prospects for the new millennium, the Titans will fulfill their fiery future as they bid farewell to a proud past. Edge Pro Gel presents the Tennessee Oilers 1998 Ultimate Performance. In Week 7, the Oilers defense snatched 3 interceptions. The offense matched their aggressiveness by gaining 226 passing yards and scoring their highest point total ever against Pittsburgh.
Edge Pro Gel for unsurpassed comfort. Lose the foam. Save your skin.
Recently, the Pro Football Hall of Fame unveiled its state-of-the-art rotating theater, Game Day Stadium. Now, through the creative expertise of NFL Films, Game Day Stadium has gone to the next level with its new feature attraction, Championship Chase. From the rigors of training camp to the Super Bowl celebration, Championship Chase delivers the full force of pro football energy right into the lap of every Game Day Stadium visitor. Championship Chase, only at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. See it soon. This NFL Films production has been brought to you by the National Football League. The NFL is online at www.nfl.com.